Hello everybody and welcome back to Casual Gamer Oz as we move on to round 9 of Season 4 of our career mode here in F1 2017 with Toro Rosso driver Ben Waterworth. We've had an invitational a couple rounds ago, actually. It wasn't last round, I was getting a bit ahead of myself there. And we are here to the Red Bull Ring circuit where our best ever qualifying here is 7th. Back in Season 1 of F1 2017, our best finish here is, of course, 4th in that very same race. But let's get into one lap qualifying. And here we go. And, again, as I always say at this track, a circuit that I like and often don't perform to the best of the abilities I feel that I can do here at the Red Bull Ring. Now, obviously, we've switched down the difficulty a tad. What are we down to 68 now, aren't we? Few upgrades on the car, so hopefully that can give us a bit of a better chance. Not if I run myself deep in there, I don't deserve to do well as we whack open the DRS. They want us to finish in the top 17 here, and we're up nice and high here at the moment. If you're new to Casual Gamer Oz and you're wondering what's with the racing line and everything like that, well, Casual Gamer Oz, we have racing line on. We don't really adjust the settings of the car, at least. We don't do practice. We have 5-lap races. It's very casual, hence the name Casual Gamer Oz. And we're trying our best here to stay in the top 10. It would be nice to get a top 10 quali. It's few and far between those top 10 results. And of course, this track last year, as we're going to cross the line here, I think we've got a top 10 here, folks. We're going to sneak through to 8th. That is our highest qualifying all season. First time we've made the top 10, and our highest qualifying since Belgium last year. So, very happy with that result. And hopefully we can translate that onto race day. Very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. Alright, let's get through to race day. I'm going to do that now. I was going to say that Austria last year was the last race we scored points in for last season. We've obviously got 2 solitary points finishes this year in China and Bahrain. But basically last season we got points in China, Bahrain with 2 10th places and 9th place here in Austria, and that was it. We had 3 points finishes of the entire season. So hopefully for us, we did qualify last year in Austria. So alright, we should get a lot of points for that. 85, I thought we'd get more than that. Now, we've got a new rival, by the way. We lost to Hulkenberg by 1 point. So that's how close we were to finally beating our very first rival. And now Grosjean is our new rival. Again, we just get stuck with the Haas drivers, the Force India drivers, and the Renault drivers. Give us a Williams driver. They're falling back a little bit this time around. Give us a Sauber driver, a McLaren driver. Should beat them. Alright, best finish here in Austria, as I said, 4th place. Back in Season 1 of F1 2017. We've got our highest grid start here since Belgium, where we qualified 9th. Actually, that was our last top 10. Our highest overall, though, you have to go all the way back to Britain, Season 2 of F1 2017, when we qualified 7th. It's been over 2 seasons. Nearly exactly 2 seasons since we qualified this high up on the grid. Put it down to a slight change of difficulty, of course, but also down to the performance of the car. Alright, let's do this. Austria, we are go. We've got the inside line here, which we can maintain by hovering against the wall there. Hopefully no one can sneak up the inside of us as we try and at least outbrake 1 or so cars. We get 1. Don't get penalised for doing it off track there. That's what we wanted. Good start. We've moved up to 6th place. We've gained 2 positions off the start line. Can we get any more up here into the hill corner? Oh, we've just gone slightly off circuit there. Held on to it. We've gotten Ricardo. We're up into 5th. Very good start here. We might be able to sneak past Hamilton here. We dive bomb down in front of Hamilton. Can we hold on to the car? We can. We've got past a guy who is challenging for the championship this year. Good performance mode there. We'll take it back down to standard revs for the time being. And we're up to our highest position in Austria, of course, as we said, Season 1 F1 2017. We got our highest ever finish here in 4th place. And so far, so good. Clean start some clean overtakes. This is what we want. This is what we need to do in terms of our overall career trajectory. And we're now really amongst the big boys here. We are amongst the guys that we wish to be fighting against, and we need to be showing off our wares against if we want to move our way up the grid. And maybe just switching down the difficulty just a notch is a way to do that. As long as we can finish, obviously, where we are here. And I don't think we're going to be catching Bottas, but we're holding off Hamilton here. And that's good for us fans of Ferrari in terms of the championship as well, though, of course. Now, we haven't had a podium since Italy in Season 1 of F1 2017. So it's been a long time in between drinks since we've tasted champagne for you here on Casual Gamer, notwithstanding the online modes, of course. Technically, we did win one of our invitationals, but given that we're in the shit category, not the good category, we didn't even get to see our podium. But anyway, still a lot of this race to go. Hamilton just hovering around me. But this is the type of performance we need to keep up with if we want to boost our reputation up significantly and get a few good R&D points. That's what I'm trying to say. And obviously, if we can get up to the 500 R&D points, we should be able to put in an update just before Britain. And Hamilton, though, might take me here into turn 1, as I've just had to cut a little bit of the curb there to take him out. But he not take him out, but take across him there. Now we should get DRS coming up just past the hill section here, which obviously will be a little bit dangerous. Oh, as we slide it out, we'll whack it up to rich modes here just to counter his DRS. And he isn't within close proximity in order to do that, but if I late brake myself there, that will be dangerous. Put it out of rich mode just to save on the fuel. So we've got a bit of a performance in the fuel tank with some of our updates. Oh, this is tense. 4th place. We haven't finished this high at all in F1 2017 since that Grand Prix. Besides the podium in Italy, Ben. Good job. But we haven't finished this high a long time. Oh, Hamilton. No! 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 Oh, he spun me! And I've damaged the front wing! Oh, that is not what we wanted. Now, I had the option to pit there. I had the option to pit, but I've decided to go with staying on track because now we've got our rival. Oh, no! Lewis Hamilton has put us in the wall. And can you believe it? We talked ourselves up, and that's what happens. We've lost our front wing. I could have pitted, but I decided to risk it because we're still in a position where we're actually ahead of our target and we're ahead of our rival. If we can limp home in this, we will still come away with something. Lewis Hamilton. Well, that has left a sour taste in my mouth. I feel that was definitely not my fault. As Palmer gets past me, we're losing a lot of speed here due to the trouble in maintaining this car on track. I'm going to put it back up into rich mode here. As long as I can maintain this position and maintain it ahead of Hulkenberg, it's not a complete loss. Not if I run myself wide there. Hulkenberg's going to have a big run of me. He's going to have to chop across both sides. I zigzag in front of him. I know, not exactly sportsmanlike. We've got to do what we can here. Oh, this race was ours. And I don't usually fast forward a lot through those replays to get to a certain level now, as we don't do the previously ons in the beginning of these, as like we used to do in the early days. But I'm going to fast forward enough to see what the hell Lewis Hamilton did to me there, because that has left a sour taste in my mouth. I'm just trying to concentrate here to bring this car home in 14th place and ahead of Nico Hulkenberg. He's not our rival anymore. What am I talking about? Grosjean's our rival. Well, as long as we can get 14th. I just realised that. You're probably at home going, Ben, he's not your rival anymore. Ben, he's not your rival anymore. You're right, he isn't, but I need to get 14th. That's where they want us to finish, and that's where we're going to have to finish to please the team. Well, just as I thought we beat our rival. Oh, fuck. It really wasn't. Lewis Hamilton destroyed our race. I am ropeable about that. That is absolutely disastrous. Well, we've had 9 Grand Prix in a row from the beginning of this season where we've finished positives there. 11 in a row, but Lewis Hamilton, what did you do?
It's a good result for Sebastian.
We're going to see the beginning here. Look at that start I got. Fantastic. Wheel to wheel there with Verstappen. Out-drag him. It's right behind me there. And you're going to see me take Dan Ricciardo up the hill. He had no idea I was there, and I think I was off the circuit there, and I got away with that one. And you're going to see me take Lewis here. This is how you do it, Lewis, cleanly. Zoom. How I held on to that, I don't know. So, we're going to fast forward this. And you're going to see Lewis Hamilton get very impatient with me. And cost me 4th place in this Grand Prix. Should be on this lap if I'm not mistaken. Stick with this here. Just having a sip of the coffee there, folks, if you heard anything. Alright. Just going to watch this in real time for the first viewing. And he's all racy all over the back of me. He's going to flick to the outside of me there. Oh, tell you what. I've got the racing line, and he's just driven into me. Yep, that's fair. Now, does he get a penalty for that? If that was me in the game, I'd get a penalty. Of course he doesn't get a penalty. So, yeah, go figure. Anyway. Don't know what to say. We've finished the race. There's a positive there. We're off to Britain next, of course, and hopefully we can regain some ground off that. Meantime, thank you for joining the Casual Gamer Oz. We'll speak to you at Silverstone. Good night.